Hello there, and welcome to this video on my daily technical regime. I've written out the ones I'd like to highlight to you. They're also in the description box below. And what you'll notice is that I'm actually speaking over this video while I'm watching it. I thought that would be a bit easier than doing it at the same time as talking. So what I'm doing right now is what I recommend you do before any technical exercises, which is to warm up your tendons, get them going. I had already done this. These are just the ones I do. So I do that finger slap, the claw, and then this kind of open, close, rolling effect. So I do those until they start to make my forearms ache. And that becomes about 150 repetitions or so. I do about 3 per second. Bit of a stretch on the tendons here. And then afterwards I sort of shake my hands next to my side. Just to loosen everything up a bit. I also had a nice cup of tea as well. So my hands were very, very warm in preparation for this video, which is very important. Now, the mix of exercises I've got in this video are what I might do 70% of the time, perhaps. Of course, there's a huge variety that you can do. Here I'm doing something that I used to do all the time. This is more of an endurance exercise and a precision exercise than a finger independence exercise. What I'm doing is using every finger chromatically, not as fast as I can, but at a comfortable speed. There's no metronome involved here. And I'm just using each finger going over the chromatic scale for 2 octaves. But when you actually do this, stay on one finger for as long as you can, because it's about the precision. You see, my thumb is as fast as my fingers are. Each finger is as good as every other, generally speaking. So that's quite a nice one to do, to warm up the hands at the piano. This is a very, very important one, no matter what your path is on the piano. It's simply the finger alternation exercise, and here in this video I demonstrate every combination just to make a point of how important it is. So left hand and then right hand. Left hand I'm doing little finger alternating with every other finger combination, and then I'm going to go on to my ring finger and alternate upwards like ascending, and then middle, index, and then when I get to the thumb, that I alternate all the fingers from the thumb, but descending, of course. And again, you can do this as an endurance exercise, not only precision. So you can do many, many, many repetitions. You may want to only alternate between 2 notes. Here I'm just doing it chromatically. But as always, personalization is key, and even I would do it differently every time. Also at different speeds. Another thing that's very important is that my eyes are closed for quite a lot of this video, because I knew I didn't have to talk, so I could just kind of settle into it a bit and close my eyes and sort of enjoy it as if I was doing it just alone. I think it's important to say also that although it might seem fast, I'm not trying to do that on purpose, of course. These are my sort of natural comfort speeds. But sometimes I might push myself on one exercise to just go as fast as I can once it gets really comfortable. That can be quite fun. But it's also fun to do them really slowly, as a kind of patience exercise. So that's the last combination on the left hand until I go to the thumb and start descending. First with the index and then middle, ring and little finger. I'm just going to my natural stretch. I'm not overstretching, I'm not doing anything silly, any strange positions. This is just where the fingers may naturally go in any piece of music. If you have a weaker finger, do more exercises with that finger to give it strength, to give it more independence. Now I'm going down to my index finger and alternating with the fingers, and then I'll go down to my middle finger and then ring finger. So every combination is being worked here. Very important also is that I'm sitting high enough that my elbows are above my wrists, and my wrist is a little bit above the first knuckle line, and the first knuckle line is above a little bit the middle knuckles, and they are above the fingertips, even if it's just by a millimetre or a degree or 2. In other words, I don't have any energy puddles. That's so important. An energy puddle is when, for example, the first knuckle line is above the wrist, and you get like a V shape from the elbow down to the wrist, and then up to the first knuckle line. That's terrible. Same exercise now with the right hand. Natural stretches, natural limits, comfortable speed. Eyes are closed. I'm also playing staccato all the time, not legato. I never really touch the pedal. And again, you can personalize. You don't have to go all the way to your natural stretch. You could just do it with every 2 notes. You could do it with just 1 note and just get used to alternating between the 2 of them, maybe modifying the dynamics, for example. Normally I do it a lot longer than this. I'm just demonstrating each one twice, if you notice. So this session became about 10 minutes or so, 10-12 minutes. But usually I might go up to 15-20 minutes, sometimes even longer if I'm in the mood. But it will happen at least 4 times a week, often 5 or 6. So now I'm doing the other hand, the other end of the hand, now on the little finger with all the finger combinations, and then the ring, middle and index finger combinations, but descending. Sometimes you need to get into the feel of it, but it comes quickly. It's also informative to learn what your natural stretches are between each finger. So I can get a flat 9 comfortably. Notice also that my dynamic is quite steady. I press each note with the same power. The piano or the system may detect it as being a bit louder, it may portray the note louder, but I'm generally playing with a kind of 99% dynamic steadiness. So try and aim for that as well. Also the time between the notes is quite steady. I call it steadiness in execution. This is very important. It's good practice, opportunity for that. So I made a bit of a slip up there, so I just repeated it again just to make it cleaner. There we go, so that's now done. The next one was the chromatic exercise. Now normally I'd spend a lot of time on chromatics. Here I just kind of go through it to demonstrate what it looks like, but I like this. You kind of go up and down over each block of black notes. I'm not trying to do this as fast as I can. Again, this is just a touch exercise really. It's just a flow exercise. Of course with both hands is very important. When you're doing this kind of thing, you can feel where the weaknesses are, and then you can work on that. But this chromatic one I do really enjoy, and often I'll do this for like 5 minutes, not just up and down quickly twice. Then I do it with both hands. And of course the more I do it, the more precise it becomes on each day. Well, after each couple of minutes it just gets better and better. But that's the idea, that's quite a fun one to do, and then I just decided to do a quick run up chromatically. When I'm doing this also, I'd like to note that I do have a kind of softness in my hands. There really is no tension, so it feels nice to do it. Here I'm specifically playing staccato, but almost more an exaggerated form. I don't know if you can see, but the feeling when I was doing that was quite bom 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 bom. Now I wanted to do a little pattern. I like patterns of different finger combinations. Here I'm using the middle 3 fingers by random. I quite like that one, but it's just a random choice. And I'm just playing the notes of the major scales, and I decided to go through a couple of major scales or maybe I went through all of them actually, which is really good for major scale mastery as well, which of course is paramount. Here I'm playing each triplet twice, just to give my fingers a bit more of a workout. You can do it more than twice, do it once. But the more you do it, the better it gets, even within one sitting. But don't forget, the benefits of this are manyfold. You're getting the major scale mastery, you're getting the finger independence, you're getting the touch. With the eyes closed, you're getting precision. And it just accumulates over the months and years. I often like to do things quite repetitively rather than what I'm doing here, where I'm just blasting through all the scales with 3 fingers. Often I might just stay on the same 3 notes for like 2 minutes and use different combinations just on those 3 notes, and then move to the next 3 notes of the major scale and stay on that for 2 minutes. There's such a huge variety. So mix and match. Now you may have noticed an edit there. I forgot to put in this, which is one of my favourite technical exercises, so I just had to record that quickly at the end and edit it in. It's a little bit frustrating. I like this. You can do each finger combination chromatically on both hands, and what I'm doing here is just giving you a demonstration of both hands together using different fingers but going up chromatically over 2 octaves. So you notice the left hand was ring finger and middle. I didn't catch what the right hand was, but you can go back and have a look. Here's just my right hand doing it with my thumb and index. It's not as easy as it seems, to be honest, but highly recommended. Now, I like octaves. So here I'm just playing up C major with octaves. Again, there's no tension. It might seem like it's really fast, but that's actually very comfortable. I could do it faster because what I'm trying to say is it sounds or looks quite good, but when you do it, you'll actually see that you can naturally go quite fast quite easily. It's almost deceptive. Just going up some major scales there. Here I'm playing G major 7 because you can do this technical exercise with chords. Now I'm playing G minor 7. So here I'm playing A flat major 7. It's quite a nice thing to do for precision. That's a really, really good one to do. I really recommend that. That's A minor 7. And then I just decided to play a half diminished with that E flat in it. Now from the B flat I'm just doing it chromatically, just for variety really. But again, I do want to highlight that I wouldn't maybe do so much variety in one same sitting. I'm just doing this for you to give you an example. Here I'm playing B major. So that's quite fun. I like that one, using octaves for major scales, chords and chromatics. Now I ended with some, I normally end anyway with some chord stuff. But again, I like to spend a lot more time than what I do here. Here I'm just doing some rolling over different chord types. Staccato again, this is really staccato. Just playing around with some chords, just arpeggios, it's kind of my style. But notice the fluidity, this is bouncing on chords, I like to do this. So here I just decided to go chromatically up the whole diminished, with the whole diminished chord type. B whole diminished, C whole diminished. You can do that with any chord type, I think that I actually do that. I think I could take up the major 7 chord type chromatically. Just a bit of a pedal there because it's nice effect. Suddenly a bit of chromatic octave stuff there. But I'm just thinking of different things I can do. And one of them that came to mind is to play the same chord type in a kind of alternating, bouncy way, chromatically, the same chord type. So you can do this, repetitively. You can do that with, 10 different chord types. That's a fun one to do. I seem to have a thing for diminished chords today, so I've just done it again with diminished. But that's the idea, you can mix and match the chord types. You can jump around, you can play them arpeggio. Staccato is always recommended. Let the chord roll between the hands. There's just so many different things to do with chords, but there's just a couple of examples. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed it. As always, likes, comments, subscriptions are always welcome. Have a look at my new website, and I will see you in the next video. Good luck, all the best, and bye for now.